What's up, everybody? And welcome back to my channel, Off These Hook. Today, off of my hook, I will be showing you how to crochet an open beanie for a man. Now, I created this pattern when crocheting a Christmas gift for my son that lives in DC. So he has a high top fade and he wears all these curly styles on, in his hair. So I thought it would be cool to create a beanie that keeps his ears warm and shows his hair off at the same time. This pattern will also be great for men who wear dreads or simply just love wearing a man bun. And I did make a set. So in the description box below, I will put down the tutorial I used to make the scarf. That pattern is not my own. So with that being said, let's get to it. So today I am using Lion Brand's Basic Stitch yarn. I really like this yarn. I really like how the outcome of my project once I got finished using this yarn. It is a 4 worsted weight yarn. Also, I'm not affiliated with Lion Brand at this time. I just merely like using their yarns. But you can use any worsted weight for this project. You also going to need your tapestry needle and some scissors. So for this project today, I am using a I9 5.5 millimeter hook, and let's get started. Now to get started, you're simply just going to do a slip knot and you're going to chain 48. So once you get your 48 chains, come back to see me. Now that you have 48 chains, we're going to add an additional chain, just one. And then we're going to do single crochets all the way across, starting in the second chain from the hook. So we're going to skip this chain and we're going to start here. Now I will be crocheting in that very back stitch of my chain. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do yours this way, but that's the way I like the finished look of it. So I'm going to be creating in that back loop of the chain. So we're going to start a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. That's 1 and 2. And I'm going to single crochet 48 times. So once you finish that, come back to see me. Now we're coming up to the end of our chain. With the single crochet. And there we have it. Please take the time to count and make sure that you have 48 single crochets. So now what we're going to do, we're going to turn it over. Make sure that it's straight. And we are going to slip stitch in that single crochet to join. And we'll sew that in, so don't worry about that at the moment. But that's what it should look like. And please make sure that it is straight. So now with round 1, we're going to start off with 2 chains. Now I use the 2 chain technique with my beanies and hats because it closes in that little gap, like a little seam in the hats. And that's my preference, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So chain 2. Now I'm going to put a double crochet in that same stitch. So your work should look like this. And then I'm going to do another double crochet in the next stitch. And another double crochet in the next. So now I have 3 double crochets. That chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And now I am going to put 2 double crochet in that 4th stitch. So that is our pattern for this round 1. I'm going to do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochet in that 4th stitch. Now continue that pattern all the way around. 1, 1, 1, and 2. And I'll see you at the end of this round. Now coming up to the end of the round, 1, 1, 1, and 2. Your last stitch should have 2 double crochets in it. So this is what it looks like. Take your time and count your stitches. Do not count that chain 2. It doesn't count as a stitch. You should have 60 stitches, and it should be about 6 inches wide. So now we are going to join at the top of the double crochet, not the chain 2, but the double crochet. Once we slip stitch, we're going to chain 2. We're going to put a double crochet back into that same stitch. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Round 2 is also an increase round. We should have 9 double crochets. And in that 10th stitch, we're going to add 2 double crochets. So the pattern for round 2 is going to be 9 double crochet, the next 9 stitches, and then in the 10th stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets in that 10th stitch. So 9 double crochet and 9 stitches, and in the 10th stitch you're going to add 2 double crochet, which this gives this round an increase of 6. So at the end of this round you should have 66 stitches, and this round should also end with 2 double crochet in the last stitch. So I'll see you back at the end of this round. Coming up to the end of round 2, two in this last stitch. Double check your work and make sure that you have a total of 66 stitches. Sometimes this part can be a little tricky. Play with it as you will, but it should be 66 stitches here. And we are going to slip stitch. And chain 2. And we're going to put a double crochet back into that same stitch. And we're going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch around. And we're going to do this for 6 rounds, starting with this one. So this will be 1 round, and we're going to do this 6 times. So remember, to slip stitch when you get to the end of the row and continue this same pattern for 6 rows. Just a single crochet in each stitch all the way around 6 times. And I'll see you at the end of your last 6th row. Please note that I did make an error at the beginning of this video. You do want to slip stitch in top of that chain 2, which is right here. If not, it's going to create 1 stitch less. So right now I am on my 4th round, starting my 2nd row of a double crochet in every stitch. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, so just in case you encountered any counting error, that might be what it is. But this is an easy beginner pattern. It's also easy just to add a stitch, and continue with the 66 stitches all the way around. So I am on row 4, and I'll see you guys when I am 2, 3 on row 8. So I'm at the end of row 7, and I am going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 2, and I'm going to chain 2, and I'm a double crochet in that same stitch, and I am going to double crochet every stitch around. This is my last row. This is round 8. So while we're crocheting, just want to take a moment to say thank you for all of those who have subscribed and liked my videos. Please take the time to give me a thumbs up on this video. And also, if you would like the written pattern to this open beanie, leave your email in the comments and give me a few days, and then I will send you a copy of the written pattern, probably in PDF or Word. And this is also the area where you can play with the pattern, whether you need to make it shorter or longer. This is where you would do it. But the pattern calls for 6 rows of the single crochet, not the single crochet, I'm sorry, but the double crochet in every stitch all the way around. And you should have 66 stitches. So in the next round, I want to go ahead and talk about, if you are a beginner and you're not familiar with the front post, back post double crochet, I am going to take a little bit of time to show you guys that I really like the front post and back post double crochet at the end of the beanies. It creates to me a knitting type stitch, look like it's knitted, but then I also like to consider it as the brim of my beanies. So we're going to talk a little bit about the front post and double post crochet. And once again, if you would like a copy of this written pattern, then just leave your email in the comments and give me a few days, and I will send it to you free of charge. So don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload more videos. My channel is really kind of a filter of YouTube videos. I like to recommend certain crochet channels. One of my favorite channels, and I use her patterns a lot. I like her poncho. One of her poncho patterns is Bag O'Day Crochet. She is funny. She does a lot of giveaways. I'm also going to leave a link to her channel below. Also with the link of the tutorial I used to make the scarf with this beanie. And also a link of a TikTok video I used to showcase the beanie set. My son sent some pictures and I created a little clip to show off his beanie set. I really think it turned out cute, and I would like to know what you think. So also in the comments, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of the pattern and if you tried it. Also find me on Facebook. If you use this pattern to make open beanie, I would love to see your work. You can post a pic on my page. So now we're at the end of row 8, and I am going to slip stitch on the top of that chain 2. And I'm a chain 2. Now this is where we're getting ready to start the front post and back post double crochet. Now these first few stitches for my beginners, I am going to take my time and show you the front post and back post double crochet. You're going to yarn over like you usually do for a double crochet, but you're going to take your hook, instead of ending at the top of the stitch, you're going to take it around that double crochet and make a double crochet. Again, yarn over, but this is the back post, so we're going to take it behind that stitch and double crochet. Again, front post, back post. Front post, back post. And it's a little awkward at first until you get used to doing it, but we are working on the brim of the beanie. Now back post. And you're going to do that all the way around. Front post, back post. Don't forget to yarn over because this is still a double crochet. Front post, back post. Front post, back post. And I'll meet you guys at the end of this row. I'm almost finished with round 9. That's my back post. Yarn over, front post. Back post. Front post. Back post. And we're going to slip stitch on top of that chain 2. And we're going to chain 2, and we're going to yarn over, and we're going to front post in that front post double crochet, and we're going to back post in that back post double crochet. Oops, sorry. And we're going to do that for round 10. And I'll meet you guys back again at the end of this round. And see, that's the way it should look. And it's creating a texture look at the bottom of the beanie. I love it. Okay, keep crocheting. I'll see you guys at the end of this round. Alright, I'm coming to the end of round 10. And I'm continually putting front post double crochet in the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet, front post. And this gets easier the more you do it. But I love the textured look at the brim of the beanie that this technique gives. And I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 2. And see, there's the seam. It's almost seamless. There's no gaps in that seam where we connect it using the chain 2 technique. There's the texture brim. Now remember, after row 2, we added 6 more rows before we started the front post, double post crochet to create the brim. You can either add to the 6 or take away from the 6 to make the beanie shorter or longer, depending on who you're making it for. So you can play with that pattern in that piece. So now I'm going to end it. We're going to row 11. I'm only going to chain 1 because I'm doing single crochets all the way around to end the beanie. Now you want to do loose double crochets because you do not want the brim of the hat to be too tight. So loosely single crochet all the way around. If I said double crochet, please forgive me. So we're going to single crochet all the way around. You still should have 66 stitches. Loosely. So watch your gait and your tension. Don't want it to be tight. And I'll see you guys at the end of this last round, 11. Now I'm coming to the end of row 11, doing the single crochets loosely. And I'm going to slip stitch right here, on top of that first single crochet. And I am going to tie off. And there's the open beanie. So I am going to go ahead and sew in these ends, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit. And once again, if you have not had an opportunity to like this video, please like this video. It helps support my channel. And share and subscribe if you would like to see what's next off my hook. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. There's no right or wrong way really to sew in. But you want to do that little top piece. I really like this tapestry needle that has that little plastic piece. And remember, if you would like to receive a copy of the written pattern, leave your email in the comments. Please let me know what you guys think of the pattern. If you make it, please find me on Facebook, Off These Hook, and post a picture. I will have this video posted there. Preferably find this particular post on Facebook of the open beanie. And post a picture of your project there, please. And there we go. There's the open beanie. It's in the description box. I'm going to leave a video of my son modeling his little set. I'm also going to leave in the description the link to the tutorial I used to make the scarf to match this. And you will also see that I put balls at the end of his scarf, and I just used the little ball maker. I got it from Amazon. I think it was a whole set. Probably got it for like $6.99, if that. It's easy to use, and it makes perfect little balls. You just got to remember, if you're making multiple one for one project, that you're kind of using the same amount of yarn all the way around, because it will make your ball bigger or smaller the more or less yarn you use on there. So this is one of the balls that I made with that. And when you get finished, I like it. It makes kind of perfect balls, and you cut accordingly to shape it up. This one's not shape up. It's right off the ball maker. So once again, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my channel. And if you haven't yet, I'm going to say it again. Please click that like button. Clicking the like button doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me out as far as getting my work out there. And please hit subscribe if you like what you see. And then hit the notification bell. Once you get the notification bell, you'll hit the notification bell. You'll get notified when I post my next video. And then you get to see what's next off of these hooks. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a good day.